When readers of financial statements are looking at companies, they many times want to look at the solvency of a company. When we look at companies such as Marius Company, we want to take a look at the relationship between their current liabilities and long-term liabilities, as well as the relationship of their current assets and their long-term assets. Companies like Toyota Motors will show financial statements that will have the current assets and non-current assets and the long-term liabilities and the non-current liabilities. To look at liquidity, many look at the current ratio. We spoke of the current ratio before as a relationship of the current assets and the current liabilities. So this ratio of current assets divided by current liabilities would show a company like Toyota in 2011 to have a current ratio of 1.3 to 1, whereas the industry average is 1 to 1. That tells us that Toyota is far more liquid than the average auto company. Now, if I compare between periods of 2011 and 2010, we can see that Toyota is not as liquid as they were in the prior year, but they still are better than the other companies within their industry. The next is solvency, and what we mean by solvency is the company's ability to pay its bills and survive over a long period of time. So we look at two different ratios for solvency. The debt to asset ratio, which is the relationship between the total liabilities and the total assets, or the times interest earned, which is how much money is the company able to make in relationship to what it costs them to borrow. So when we look at a 42% debt to asset ratio, we're showing that Toyota has 42% liabilities in comparison to its assets. When this is the case, the lower the number, the better the company looks. The times interest earned shows that from their borrowings, Toyota earns 13.6 times the income to what it costs them to borrow money, significantly better than the industry average. So take a look at other companies that you might want to look at to see how strong are they from a solvency and a liquidity standpoint.